And we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Get Buckets podcast, powered by Hardwood and Basketball. I'm your host, Musa Moretti. Today, I got my second college player coming out of GCU, Rayshon Harrison, local guy, but as y'all might know, he just recently declared for the draft, but still has his eligibility. What's good, my guy?
What's up, my boy? I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir, bro. Definitely. First of all, I also want to thank Nick Dennis. He got me contacted with you, so I've appreciated it.
That's my dog. Shout out, Nick.
Yes, sir. Today I really just want to start from like where you started, and then we'll get to present day, obviously. But I really just want to hear the beginnings, because as everybody knows, you don't just get to where you are within a day. Everybody starts somewhere, and I really don't know where you started at, like growing like real young. So I'll let you take it from here just to give me the backstory.
Yeah, I got you. As you know, small town kid from Greenville, South Carolina. I was born in Anderson though, but yeah, I grew up in Greenville, but I was staying with my pops at first, and that's how me and him was real tight, because he was taking care of me by himself or whatever. But yeah, bro. Ended up going to Christchurch when middle school, and I stayed there until I was in the 11th grade. That's when I really started hooping in middle school. That's when I started taking it kind of serious. And then my 10th grade summer was that year I ended up getting my first Division I offer. It ended up getting taken, but that's when I got my first one.
Yeah.
I played the first half of my junior season at Christchurch. Then the second half of my season, I transferred to Legacy Early College my junior year. And that was good. Ended up being a good experience for me. I was able to play with a whole bunch of talented dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of just made me, it took my game even further. And then I finished my senior year at Legacy as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Was you about to say something?
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I graduated from Legacy. I ended up getting a few offers. I wasn't heavily recruited or nothing like that, but I ended up getting a few Division I offers, and I ended up committing to Presbyterian College, which was it was good for me as well. Thankfully, it worked out, but I was there for 2 years, my freshman and sophomore year. But my freshman year was the COVID year, so it was kind of weird. We didn't really play any out of conference teams, so we were just playing conference teams, and the season was shorter, which is why the NCAA ended up granting everybody extra year. So my freshman year was my freshman year, but not really, because my second I was still classified as a freshman. But yeah, I ended up having a solid freshman year. I ended up winning freshman of the year, which was cool. My team wasn't real good though, unfortunately. we was getting dragged majority of the time, but yeah, going into my second year, it was good as well. But I was in the beginning, I got off to a slow start or whatever, and I ended up being able to finish strong, but we still didn't win anything, and that's when I entered the transfer portal after my at Presbyterian with 3 years of eligibility left, and that's when I decided to get to GCU, where I'm at right now.
Yes, sir. Dang, yeah, that's a quick summary of your whole entire journey, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know. I was wondering how long you had been at Christchurch. I didn't know it was all throughout middle school and most of high school. But yeah, so when you were like in middle school, and I guess before, like what AAU were you like mainly playing for around like that time?
Yeah, during that time I was with Team South Carolina, which is you
okay
with them right now, right?
Yeah,
for sure. I was with Team South Carolina, but I had a few different coaches with them. I had Coach Mike, Coach Lamont, Coach Derek, Coach Jordan. I'm probably missing some, but yeah, I was with Team South Carolina for basically all my AAU years or summers.
Yeah. I mean, all them coaches still around. Honestly, I feel like I'll be seeing them basically every practice, even nowadays. But yeah, if anybody doesn't know, Team SC independent. So it's not. We don't really get it from. We don't get all the sponsorships and what would they say? Notoriety that like the Adidas circuit and EYBL teams get, but I feel like Team SC is known for competing against all them teams.
Yeah, definitely. We even though we were never a shoe deal team and nothing like that, we always played good competition. Coach Lamont was never somebody to, duck competition or run from the smoke. He was always going to it. So that's why we ended up playing a lot of EYBL teams and Adidas teams and stuff like that. But we were never on the circuit or nothing like that.
Yeah. I actually saw bringing it back to. I think I saw an interview of you. Like, I think it was Nick was just interviewing some people, and I saw you with Team SC. It was like back in 2019. It was a while ago.
Sure.
But would you name some guys like that was playing with you? Because I don't really remember. I know Lil Q, Coach Q's son played like one season, but you probably know more better.
Yeah, our teams changed from year to year or whatever. But my last couple years, it was me, Caleb Mack,
okay,
Draylon Burton, Tyler Barnes, like you said, Lil Q. We had a dude named John. He was from Anderson. Yeah, I can't even remember everybody. Another dude named Jaden Bird, Isaiah Owens.
Oh yeah, Jaden Bird. Played at High Point, right?
Yeah, him and Isaiah.
Yeah. I was trying to go back and find some of them guys from back in the day at this point, but
right, making me feel old.
Yeah, I'll be over here having to go way back in Max Preps just to find what those guys were up to. But a lot of y'all playing in college now.
Yeah, that was a beneficial thing about playing for Team South Carolina. Even though it wasn't a shoe deal team, we still, or our coaches, they still had the connections and a lot of the things. Those were the reasons why we were able to get connected to different schools and stuff. It helped put us on the platform.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And I even say high school, obviously, you might be one of the best players like on your team depending on where you go, but AAU, it's like a collection of like the best guys from each team.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. I'm really just gonna skip middle school with Christ Church, but I want to go through at least like each year you were through high school. So starting off freshman year, I assume John wasn't playing at that point with you, because
yeah, John wasn't there my freshman year. I was there by my lonely. But my freshman year was good for me just because I was able to play varsity. So I was playing against the oldest dudes. And my coach had a lot of trust. Coach Jeff Neely.
Yeah.
He had a lot of trust in me. Well, really, he didn't really have too many options because we wasn't the most talented team, but I was, I guess, one of the more talented guys on the team. So he kind of trusted me to take the majority of the shots and stuff. So I was a freshman out there, like getting the most attempts, like turning the ball over the post, like. But he let me play through a lot of my mistakes though, which I appreciate him to this day for sure. But yeah, my freshman year we wasn't no good or nothing. I was like I was out there by myself. So we lost most of our games. I remember every time we played Greenville, we got smashed. Every time we played Man, we got smashed by everybody. But going into my second year, John and his pops, they came. So his pops was the coach.
Wait, so I was gonna ask. So wait, who was You said Coach Neely?
Yeah, Coach Jeff Neely. He was my freshman year head coach at Christchurch.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that. So John came in, what year was that? Like 2017, 18?
So I can't even remember, bro. It was 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah.
Both of them came in, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him ended up bonding. He one of my boys, you know.
Yeah.
To this day, I actually went to go watch him play when he played Phoenix not too long ago. But yeah, that's my dog. So he came in. We was trying to make it work, but we was both still real young. You know, everybody was playing against was juniors and seniors. So we was small and frail. Like I was a sophomore, he was a freshman.
Yeah.
We was just trying to figure it out, trying to put the pieces together for real. We still wasn't good, but the potential was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, we ended up winning. We won more games my second year than we did my first year, but we ended up we still didn't compete for no state championship or nothing like that.
Yeah. I was gonna say though. Wait, so you said between your 10th grade and 11th grade year, you got your first offer, or was it?
Yeah, the 10th grade summer. So
yeah,
my second to last AAU.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at just because I knew you had transferred to Legacy at some point, but I was looking at your junior year at Christchurch, and I was like, you were like the oldest guy. Like there were nobody, like you were the only junior it looked like, and everybody else was like sophomores or freshmen. You had Sam Perry, who I actually do know a little bit. Sam, even Jordan, 8th grade year was there.
I'm telling you, bro. We and every year we just kept getting younger. It was crazy. Like like you said, they had me feeling like I was older just because I was a junior, but I still wasn't the lead in no team or nothing like that, and I was still figuring my own game out. Then at that time, I still hadn't bloomed or whatever. So, we had Sam, and Sam was I think in the 8th grade when the first year I played with him.
Okay.
Or I may have that wrong, but yeah, Sam was young, Jordan was young. John, of course, another young dude named DJ.
Wait, DJ Harvey?
Yeah, my boy, little DJ.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. Of course, he's in my grade, so I know him. I'm tight with him.
Yeah, for sure, DJ. That's my boy. But I met DJ when he was a baby, though.
Team 200, man. We used to. That used to be the team that we were playing back in elementary.
His pops run that team.
Yeah. Nah, they're not a team anymore, but he's playing with an Upward team now that his dad runs.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What's up? But yeah, I met DJ when he was a jet, but that was what our starting five looked like too.
Dang,
he was super young.
So junior year, what were y'all winning more games? Because at this point you were a junior, John was a sophomore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think we was. Yeah, we was winning. We was winning more games, but I remember we still lost in the first round. Yo, hold on 1 second, bro. I'm busy. My fault, gang.
You good?
What are you doing? Hey, bro, I'm busy, bro. I'm doing an interview. Mom? You good. But we lost in the first round of the playoffs my junior year. No, not my junior year, my sophomore year, my fault.
Okay. Who'd y'all lose to? Gray Collegiate?
It was some country town school, bro. Abbeville, I think.
Abbeville is usually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
They had a whole bunch of dogs.
Yeah.
We wasn't used to that at that time, so.
Yeah.
But,
I feel you. And then so you started off so you play AAU, what would this be, your second to last year AAU. You go into Christchurch for half the season, and then you leave, like, what was it, right before Region or so?
It was right before the new year. Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. yeah, that's when I ended up going.
How did that come about?
It was. I gotta really think back. Mainly because I knew I would have better opportunities for my future. At Legacy, I knew there was more. I don't want to say like I don't want to say serious because I feel like I'm disrespecting Christ Church, but it was just the way they.
Yeah, I mean, Legacy is known for producing college guys.
Right, So yeah, I just knew that they probably could do more for me, as a player. And plus, they had other little benefits and stuff. Like I went ahead and started my college courses when I was at Legacy. Like,
okay,
ended up coming into college with like I think a full semester or like half a semester worth of credits already. So
yeah,
it was a whole bunch of different little benefits.
Yeah. I knew Now I don't really remember. I don't think I ever saw y'all in your junior year, but I know some guys in your grade, or like Braylon and all them. Braylon played with you at Legacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My junior year, the team was completely different. It was me. They had a whole bunch of 4 stars and 5 stars on the team.
Oh, that was the year. That's the they got the what's it called out there? They have the whole banner that says all the teams y'all beat. Was that 2018 through 19?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was 2018, 2019. We had it was me, Caleb Mack, CJ Jameson, Rodney. Rodney was a big man. He ended up committing and going to Georgia. He transferred and went to Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Another big name, De'Aaron Tucker. He ended up going to, I can't even remember where it was. I don't know why I want to say Penn State, but he went high major. Dylan McCreary, he was probably the most well known just because he was like the people that know Cohen Carr now.
Yeah.
Cohen Carr really is like a Jalen McCreary 2.0. Like Jalen McCreary was, they literally built the same way, they look the same way. That's why when I be watching them, but left-handed, shoot a little bit, jump out the gym, crazy, like
yeah.
He was that type. He ended up going to South Carolina.
He's
somewhere else now, but yeah, no, our team was great, and Chase Claxton too. I can't forget my boy Chase.
Yeah, I was about to ask, but like, man, I was like, I feel like there's so much social media nowadays, especially with like all the media guys like Adam Filmed It and just Rel, everybody around. It's like when y'all were, not like it was so many years ago, but it was just I feel like there wasn't, like, obviously y'all were publicized, but
it wasn't.
It wasn't as much. Everything's being recorded nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy because I felt like I never missed out on any other social media stuff.
Yeah.
I don't feel that old, but when I look at like how things are now, it's like
there's mixtapes for everybody.
Everybody, bro.
Everybody.
Crazy. But I definitely ain't have, like, we didn't have Adam coming to film.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, it wasn't nothing like that. And I feel like, to be honest, I feel like our coaches was way more like, I don't want to say strict, but like it would feel funny to have like a cameraman in there. Like when I was on the team at Legacy, out of place, to be honest. Like that don't even seem like the right setting for that. Just because I don't know. I remember our practices used to be intense. Like it wasn't a whole lot of playing or showboating going on. So
yeah. What was your like relationship with Coach BJ?
Yeah, it was good. It took me a while to kind of warm up to him or whatever, because he just like a stone cold dude. He's not somebody that you just gonna be able to get to know real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta be around him, and over time he'll gain little and little more trust in you or whatever to be able to open up with you. But
yeah,
and it was rough. I used to think he hated me.
Yeah. Just
because we ain't never really talk or nothing like that. So, But Coach BJ helped me a lot though, just because I went through a phase in my career in high school where I thought I was good or whatever at Christ Church, but when I got to Legacy, it showed me like I had a lot more work to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I either had the choice to kind of just remain the same or get to that next level, and he never let up on me. Like when he felt like I was being too passive or not playing the way that he knew I could, he'd be on me. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let me take no plays off or not pick up 94 feet or he challenged me as a coach, which I always appreciated.
Yeah, was Mike Alexander there at that time too?
Yeah, he was. Coach Mike was there. He was there as well. And he did the same thing. It was plenty of times. Oh, I remember one vividly. I remember one vividly, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. We was playing in Fort Mill. Yeah, we was in not Fort Mill. I think it was Rock Hill. Yeah, Rock Hill. It was playing in Rock Hill, and it was like a little tournament or whatever. And I guess Mike had just called some coaches or whatever because he felt like it was time for them to come and see me play or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I get out there and I'm playing like real passive, just kind of because we had a lot of dudes on my senior year team, like Jacoby Wright, Ike Cornish, like we had some dudes, so at times it was easy for me to kind of like defer and like sit back to them type of dudes. So at times that's what I did just because I ain't know who I was,
Mm-hmm.
So, but Mike, I remember he pulled me to the locker room, called me all kind of type of names, but that I will say right now. But like stuff like that, I needed that as a player just because up until that point I had never played for a coach that was on me like that. You feel me? And my pops was never like that with me either. He just liked to watch me play the game.
Yeah.
He never was coaching me hard and like you need to be doing this. Like he kind of just watched, gave his little 2 cents, and it was just that. But playing for coaches like BJ and Mike, they toughened me up and got me ready for the next level as far as being coachable. Because I noticed, like when I came into college, a lot of my teammates that was young like me, some of the mistakes they would make or like just the way that they received coaching wasn't at the level that, you feel me, I guess my situation was. So and I appreciate them for that. Like I said, they prepared me.
Yeah, and coachability, like even my coach, he always is emphasizing that, like that's just taking feedback whenever, like whether it be positive or negative, just he was like, you can't go in your shell if he yells at you, but if he doesn't say anything, then you can't keep playing bad,
Damn. But I will say this, like I know the feeling of both. Like I know the feeling playing for a coach that's on your tail all the time, and I know the feeling of playing for a coach that ain't even worried about you, like up there and turn the ball over 8 times, he won't even say nothing to you. Like I know the feeling, so, and I know for a fact that playing in a system where a coach on you all the time, your game gonna grow.
It's irritating, but then you realize, like they say they care about you if they're on you.
For sure. And that's all it is.
Yeah. So was your senior year at Legacy or junior year? I mean, I assume junior year was better, but senior year you say y'all were still pretty good.
My junior year was good in terms of us
team success.
Yeah, team success. We won.
Yeah.
I grew more as a player in my senior year though. That's when I kind of started to develop into who I am now. Up until like the latter half of my senior year, I was kind of just like a regular role player, like might hit a shot here or there.
Yeah.
I wasn't real confident in my game. I knew I had dreams and aspirations of going to the next level and stuff like that. I didn't even see how it was gonna happen for me. But like I said, the back end, that half of my senior year is when I kind of, like I said, just developed into a whole new player, and I just kind of went from there.
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, you probably obviously don't know this, but I think the first time I actually saw you play was at the little All-Star game for the seniors at J.O. Man. Like I think the day before COVID began. I think it was like right before it.
My bad to cut you off, but I remember that day specifically.
Yeah.
They had like when they was announcing like that they was gonna do it. I seen a tweet like, and it said something like, it says something about COVID, like wearing masks and all this type of stuff. That's when I first started seeing wearing mask stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
what the world going on?
Like, yeah, nobody knew what was going on. And then I think even that Monday, I don't think anybody went back to school.
I'm saying we was done.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the first time I think, and that's why I even mentioned Braylon, because I think you and Braylon were over there. And I was like, I didn't know who you were really, but then I think I followed you and all that, and it came up to that point. But during COVID, you know, obviously it gave you, what were you up to during COVID? I guess I should ask.
I really was just working out on my own, you feel me? But it wasn't to the level that it should have been, but I ain't really had the resources to be. Like, you know, most gyms were shut down and that, so. And I at that time, I wasn't going outside to go hoop and stuff. I ain't had like my crib or nothing like that, so.
Yeah.
I just kind of would get in the gym whenever I could. But I was always, like, just doing little stuff on my own, like running miles and, like, doing jump rope circuits and stuff like that. Push up, stuff like that, just in my garage type. But I was never like in the gym lifting and stuff like that. Yeah, I was just kind of at the crib posted. But I ended up getting injured. Like, I injured myself when I was running one day.
Really?
Kind of tweaked my left foot, and then that injury kind of prolonged all the way into the beginning of my freshman year.
Dang.
Yeah, so when I got to Presbyterian, they was kind of hot, but not hot, but they wasn't expecting that. So
yeah.
But I ended up getting back right, and then I ended up having that same injury flare up again. The second year I was at Presbyterian in the first game of our tournament is when I guess had like a major strain on my ankle or a tendon.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that's really what I was doing. I was just trying to do whatever I could, really.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it was tough. It felt so long in the moment. Like, we look back on it was over 3 years ago, but I remember just when I was in it. I mean, I was in 8th grade, but I mean, it felt like the longest experience.
For real.
Yeah.
Don't you? I don't know if you'll agree with this, but don't you feel like ever since then, time has been way faster?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I was like, I think COVID sped time up. It didn't just make people sick.
For real though, that's a fact.
Yeah, because 2020, man, that jump, it was a long year, but then I'm like, where did 2021 and 2022 go?
Like, bro, it's crazy. I don't even feel like, bro, I'm about to go into my senior year of college, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it literally feel like yesterday I just won freshman of the year in my other school, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. I've been thinking remember when I first got to college, the vets or the older guys on my team were saying like, yeah, bro, them 4 years gonna go by quick.
Yeah.
At the time I was young, so I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
that time fly for sure, bro. It flies.
Yeah. I don't even think I asked you, but when did you specifically get the Presbyterian offer?
It was towards the end of my senior year. So that whole year I ended up like my first offer of my senior year was Morgan State.
Mm-hmm.
Of getting that because just a connection that I had through one of my coaches.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting that one. And then I think I got like 3 more. I think it was American, which was in the Patriot League, which was a pretty good school. That's honestly where I was going to end up having to go.
Yeah.
American University. But I ended up getting like a couple more. I think it was another HBCU. Oh, South Carolina State.
Okay.
And then I got like Presbyterian was really one of my last. I think it was my last one.
Yeah.
I didn't take a visit or nothing. I just committed just off of the strength of the people that they had in place. The head coach was a real good dude, and the assistant coach, they was real good, genuine people, and I could tell. So that's really all I needed to know.
Yeah, coach, I think his name is Tom Tankowitz. Well, I was at their camp like this past summer, and he was talking about how when you were there, he was talking a little bit about you, because I said I had known one player that went there.
Yeah, now Coach Tank, that's my dog. He not there no more, but that's my dog.
Yeah, got you. Yeah,
he like I don't want to say nerd, but like he's like a geek for the game. Like he can be in the gym all day. Like, he'll literally be in there all day. He a gym rat. You feel me? He a good dude though.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Yeah, I was about to ask. So then you go into your freshman year. I did see when you won freshman of the year. So would you say your freshman year was better than your sophomore, or was it just more publicized because you were a freshman?
I think it was a little more publicized because I was a freshman and nobody really knew who I was.
Yeah.
I feel like it probably was a little bit better statistically just because my numbers were a little bit more efficient.
Yeah.
But I mean, my second year we played against way better teams. You got to think we had a whole out of conference, so we was playing Tennessee, Cincinnati, like we playing Power Fives now. You feel me? So
was it because of COVID the first year y'all didn't play all these?
Yeah, COVID the first year messed all that up. So second year we played way better competition, and second year, to me, I value my second year higher than my first just because it taught me way more. Just as as far as growing into becoming a man. Just in the beginning of my second year, I had high expectations for myself just because I set the bar real high my freshman year. So when things wasn't going my way, it really challenged me to I either put my back against the wall. You feel me? Because a lot of people talking to me about it's normal for people to have like a sophomore slump or whatever.
Yeah,
I never wanted that to be my case. Like I always just strive to, even if I don't, you feel me, make a large jump, I just want to get better and better every year.
And I mean, I feel like a part of that is just because your first year they might not scout you as much, but then second year, they know who you are at that point.
Yeah, so every team we played, I'm at the top of the scout report every game.
Yeah.
They watching my clips. They watch all my go-to moves. They watch. You feel me? It's just different. My freshman year, ain't like, who is this dude? Like, but yeah, I would say honestly, probably my second year was probably a little more impressive just because I was able to still do what I did.
Yeah. Now, before we move on to just the transferring, I was gonna say, isn't PC like? I heard it's like almost like a like it is D1, but they have like I even went over there. It's like a small campus, and even their the amount of money they're giving isn't like a whole bunch.
Yeah, it's the trenches for sure. It's the trenches.
Yeah, like y'all playing these D1 schools, but like it seems like the most like in the middle of nowhere kind of D1.
Yeah, it's definitely the trenches, bro. It's I remember like being there. The main difference from being there and being here is like here, even when basketball not going good, life's still good. You feel me?
Yeah.
In that Presbyterian, like when hoop wasn't going good, it felt like it just put me in a way, like in a different space, like a little bit more depressing. Yeah. So, but. Nah, it's D1 though. It's D1 for sure. They in the Big South Conference, so they play against, teams or schools that's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, they D1. I remember that's one of the main questions people used to ask me when I first committed. Like, is that D1? Like, and that's what honestly used to piss me off just because the fact that people would assume that I was gonna go to a school that wasn't D1 just kind of ticked me off a little bit. So
yeah,
but yeah, nah, it's D1 for sure.
so I mean, I know like obviously in college there's no AAU obviously, and I know there's some off season stuff, but like what do you mainly do in your off seasons?
Work. Last year I feel like was my first ever complete off season. Just because I grew as much on the court as I did like physically, not just skill. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I ended up gaining like 20 to 25 pounds.
Yeah, you cut the dreads off.
Yeah, cut the dreads. Put on a little bit of muscle, and I don't know. I feel like that's really the main thing that I took a little bit more seriously this past summer, and which I'm doing this summer as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro. I mean, like right now, I'll describe like a normal day for me.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. I was gonna say one of my questions was like give like the example of like in the life of a D1 athlete for people that might not know.
So you want to do in season or out of season, like off season?
I guess just give. Yeah, I say out of season, and then you can give the in season as well.
All right, bet. So in season is probably a little bit more chill, just because, especially if I've normally been a guy that's played higher minutes.
Yeah.
So the time that I get better is in the off season. I still, work and stuff during season, but it's a little bit more like intentional. You feel me? Like situational as far as like where I'm getting my looks and my touches.
Mm-hmm.
But in season, say if it's not a game day, it'll probably be like wake up, lift at like 9:30.
Okay.
Practice at, it depends. Sometimes we have 2 practices. Say if we have 2 practices, we'll do like a team workout at like 10:30 or after lift.
Yeah.
Then we'll go to class or whatever, and we'll come back later and have actual practice.
Mm-hmm.
Them days be rough, but like just like a off season day like right now, we're not even doing no team stuff. I'm just kind of working on my own because everybody at home right now.
Yeah.
But it'll be, so I wake up in the morning, I get my first workout in on the court at 8:30. I get a lift right at like 10:30. So I work out on the court, then I get something to eat. Then I go lift like 10:30, and then I go, as soon as I finish my lift, which will probably be like 11:30, 12ish, depending on if I need rehab and stuff like that. Then I go back to the gym and I'll just shoot, just straight shooting, no other. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then after that, I try to get off my feet. After that, I'll probably just give me something to eat and just post up.
Got you. Yeah. I was wondering because, I be hearing stuff like, oh yeah, 5 a.m. wake up every day, just something crazy. I heard you have to sign like a contract for a D1.
Nah, not tell me shoot. I mean, what type of contract?
like it's different than D2 and D3. Like you'll be there in, I guess, June and all that. Like they have to get back to the school a lot earlier in the summer.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know about the contract, but it's definitely a little bit more structured. You feel me? Like,
okay.
But it ain't. Yeah. I remember, like you said, when I was in high school, everybody was telling me like, in order to be D1, you gotta be willing to, and it ain't that crazy, bro. Trust me, it ain't that crazy. Ain't nobody finna, unless you go into the Citadel or Army or something like that, you ain't gonna be waking up at 5 a.m. You're not gonna be like, now you can still do that on your own for sure, but the team not making you do that.
Yeah. I be one, because they were like, 5 a.m. practices, 5 to 9 p.m. practices.
Nah, it ain't nothing like that. Trust me. I've had teammates that wake up, go to practice, and then just chill. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
The journey is what you make it. Trust me. You can either, you can just coast through it and just chill, but trying to get better, then that's when you'll probably be waking up early here and there and, just trying to get better.
Yeah. So, now we're coming into the last year or the most recent year of college. You transfer over to GCU, Grand Canyon University. I want to ask first is, like, what was the decision behind that transfer?
I feel like the main reason was just because I kind of felt like I not outgrew my situation, but I felt like my game in that system was kind of reaching a peak,
Yeah.
It wasn't but so much that I could show or do in that system just because we played a real slow-paced offense, And like, of course, we wasn't winning or nothing like that, and
it got to you.
Me being honest with myself, I saw the direction that the other teams was going in the conference.
Yeah,
and the direction we was going in, and to me, I mean, the majority of the decision was based off of winning, because I wanted to win. So when I ended up putting my name in the portal, like I said, I was mainly looking for somewhere that took skill development very seriously, because I knew I still wanted to continue to grow my game, like I was saying.
Yeah.
Go somewhere that wins, and go somewhere that got genuine people in position to, help me get to my dream.
Yeah.
And out of all the schools that hit me, I felt like GCU was the one.
Word, yeah. I want to ask you, like, what has your experience been since you've been there? I mean, obviously, you've only been there 1 year, but I mean, I see you posted up like every other week, man. It seems like you enjoying it.
Bro, coming out here was like, it was nothing short of a blessing at all, bro. Like, it was everything that I wanted to be and some, which is why I'm sure you definitely could tell, like, I was enjoying it just because, bro, coming from where we come from and living in Greenville, South Carolina.
The slow pace life, you feel me?
Yeah, but coming out here is just way different. But it ain't like LA or like a New York or nothing like that. You feel me?
Okay.
You get the best of both worlds. I feel like if you want to live a fast life, you got that option. If you want to chill, you got that option too.
Is it kind of like Charlotte a little bit? Kind of like like a middle big city a little bit?
Kind of, but weather always good. In the winter, it's 75, 80 degrees. Like,
dang.
It just be hard to wake up and have a bad day because it ain't a cloud in the sky ever. Like, it don't rain.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, and plus, I mean, shoot, we getting on private jets, flying to every place we going to play. Like, I wasn't used to none of that. So when I got here, it was just like,
oh wow. So when you were at PC, y'all rode a bus everywhere.
Yeah, we rode a bus everywhere. 8-hour, 9-hour drives. Like,
wow.
Here it ain't.
That's the budget. That's the budget thing again.
Yeah, but for sure. But here ain't not one away game that we don't fly to. We fly to every. So.
What was the schedule like this year? Was it pretty intense?
Yeah, it was. We played some pretty good teams earlier on that kind of not smacked us, but we lost to, and I felt like we probably was better, but at that time we just hadn't gelled enough as a team.
Yeah.
And plus, I didn't really come into my own until like maybe like 8, 9, 10 games in. You feel me? It was a transition for me. I was struggling a lot early on.
Yeah.
So but yeah, earlier on, like I said, we played a good Nevada team who was in the tournament, or I think almost was one game away from making the tournament. We ended up playing Arizona State in like a scrimmage, which we won. But that's between us. It was a scrimmage. Yeah. Who else? We played Wichita State. It was good.
Wichita State was pretty good this year, weren't they?
They was. They actually smacked us for sure. We wasn't ready.
I think I watched them. They had that one point guard. I'm pretty sure that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's I want to say his last name, Baldwin.
Okay, yeah, the light skin dude, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He cold. But yeah, even in our conference, bro, it was some crazy, like, I was coming to this conference not thinking that I knew it wasn't a weak conference.
Yeah.
So the conference that like we was there top 10 in the nation as far as conferences. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, so we like two teams that didn't make the dance from our conference ended up going to the NIT. Or one of them went to like the CBI, College Basketball Invitational, I think, and then another one was in the NIT.
Okay, those are other tournaments.
Yeah, or other pretty like they're tournaments that's like not the March Madness, of course, but they still like, you feel me, good tournaments to be in.
Yeah. So did y'all win your conference?
Yeah, we won it for sure.
Okay, yeah, cause I was thinking, cause I mean I saw y'all in the tournament, obviously. What was it like playing what's WAC stand for? Western Atlantic Conference or
Western Athletic Conference?
Athletic, yeah.
But yeah, which was crazy. But what was your question? What you saying?
I was asking, what was it like playing against y'all? Played Gonzaga, wasn't it?
Yeah, first game in the tournament. It was crazy. It was. That's probably I don't know. I didn't play in some like real packed arenas, but that arena was crazy. It was in the Denver Nuggets arena, so
wow,
it was crazy, bro. I mean, I forgot who I told this to, but that was one of the first games that I feel like it wasn't just an actual basketball game. Like it actually felt like a performance. It didn't it felt like we was performers on the stage. We wasn't basketball players on the court, if that makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's crazy, bro. Playing in arenas like that, people don't know. It takes time to get adjusted to that. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
you used to playing in smaller gyms all your life.
Yeah.
Like how I was before I got out here. I never played in a arena. I never played in even a college arena. I never even played in the Balo Center.
Yeah, I about to say y'all played in gyms. So it was still like gyms, really.
Yeah. So when I got out here, our home arena is a arena. You feel me?
Yeah.
Packed out every game. So like that was just an adjustment for me. Like I wasn't used to that.
Yeah. Yeah, dang, that's wild. I mean, I was gonna say, do you feel like that might be that Gonzaga game could be your last game with GCU?
Shoot, bro. I really don't know. It's in God's hands, to be honest. I know if I come back for one more year, shoot, I'm good. Like I'm good with that for sure. But I know if God got that, if it's in His plan for me to go ahead and go to the next level, then shoot, I'm all in.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I was gonna ask, do you have any? Obviously, you probably just it doesn't matter who takes you, but do you have any team in mind if you were to get drafted?
Bruh, I really. Oh,
what's your favorite team?
I mean, all my life, my favorite team been whoever LeBron playing with.
Okay.
So I rock with the Lakers.
Yeah.
You feel me? They not. I don't even know if I would call them my favorite team, but they just who I probably watch the most.
Got you. But who would you say you model your game after? Or inspires you to play?
Oh, Dame.
Dame?
Yeah, Dame for sure. That's I watch a lot of his film, but I model my game after him. I just feel like we got similar play styles.
Yeah. Nah, that's a good one. I feel like everybody, they say a lot of people I talk to Kobe,
Oh.
Everybody. Dame, that's an underrated one though. I feel like Dame is like if he was on a better team, he could get as publicized as like Curry. I mean, that could be a hot take, but Dame's like that.
That's the truth, and it's crazy. The reason I always cling to him is just because I feel like I relate to him so much.
Yeah,
our stories kind of similar. Of what he went through, how many years he played in college. You feel me? Like, yeah, I just feel like it's similar. And plus, he's just a real stand-up dude. You know what I'm saying? So,
big loyalty guy.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, Trailblazers, PC, both smart markets.
Facts.
I see here, on your Instagram. I don't know if people know. I was seeing this. the whole thing about you and Kemba 80-20-20. Was that? I was wondering, like, how many games was that?
It was 4.
4.
But it's crazy because it was really just 2 games. Like, people don't know that though, but so it was 4 games total. The first game we got to Vegas, so our conference tournament. In order to get to March Madness, you got to win your conference tournament.
Okay.
So we get to our conference tournament, which is at the end of every year, every season. And we had put ourselves in a bad position just because we didn't really handle business in the conference, like conference part of our season.
Yeah,
we lost a few games that we ended up putting us lower on the like our standings.
Yeah.
So in order for us to win the whole thing, we go into it. We got to win 4 games in a row in 5 days. So you got to think like we playing almost like an AAU schedule.
Yeah.
But, you know, AAU, you playing multiple games in a day, but
yeah.
This one, we just playing games every day. And in college, bro, that's different. It's different, bro, because
it's intense.
Yeah,
and games longer.
Games longer, like, and you playing for the end of your season, like.
Yeah.
Like, if you lose, okay, you just come back and play tomorrow. No, you lose, you're done. So.
Wow. So y'all went all 4.
Yeah, we won all 4, thankfully. But the first game, I was hot. I was livid that they didn't give me Player of the Year, because everybody in the conference knew I was the best player, and I feel like I was the best player. I feel like I showed I was the best player, you know.
Yeah.
Because in conference play, I was averaging like 25 and 5 on. Like,
I saw the 38-point game.
Yeah, I had 30. Yeah, but so yeah, I feel like they snubbed me for that. So tournament, I was hot, so I went out for 30 my first game.
Wow. Against who?
University of Texas Arlington. Got them boys out of there.
Yeah.
And then the second game we played Seattle. Now, mind you, in the Seattle team, they had already beat us twice already.
Early in the season?
Yeah, they beat us twice. We played them twice, smacked us both times. So we go into this and we like, now everybody in this tournament don't believe we finna win, but we do all the time. So we play in Seattle, and we ended up beating them by like, I can't even remember by how much, but they was sick. But the crazy thing was, their game plan was to basically make everybody else on my team beat them and, you know, take me out basically.
Yeah.
Every time I came off a ball screen, which majority of our offense is ball screens, they was doubling me and trapping me the whole game. So I had to get it out of my hands, you feel me?
Yeah.
But it just so happened that one of my teammates had a crazy, like, he I think he had like 40.
40?
Yeah, I think he had like 40. He had a crazy performance.
Wow. How much y'all win by?
I think it was close. I don't know why I want to say like maybe like 8 or something like that. 5.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was close. If he didn't play that way, we would have lost. So.
Who is it? Hey, shout him out.
My boy Gabe McLaughlin. He 30. He gonna be a pro too.
Word.
But yeah, so he had a crazy game. He a 4-man.
Got you.
We beat them. They were sick. We go into the third game. We playing against Sam Houston. Now, Sam Houston at this point going into the tournament, they're the number 1 seed. So we already played them once in the regular season, and we beat them. I ended up having like 28, 5, and like 7 or something like that against them. We beat them, and it was like the highest net win in our school's history. And we beat them at their crib too, so they were hot. They was coming in this game ready to kill us.
Yeah.
Oh. And the crazy thing is, going into this game, I get 3 fouls in the first half quick. I'm sitting for like 15 minutes first half.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting. I go in halftime. I'm like, damn, bro. And I think it was close. Yeah, it was close at half. So we come out in second half. I get off to a good little start. Bam, get my fourth one with like 5 minutes in the game. And then
in college is what, 5 fouls?
5 fouls, yeah.
Wow.
So at I think maybe like 13, or mind you, I ain't never fouled out in no college basketball game before.
Yeah.
I've never done that. So going into this game, I got 4 fouls right now with maybe like 15 or 13 minutes left. I think, yeah. And it's crazy. I ended up coming downhill. I'm on like the right slot. I'm coming downhill, and the guy on my side, and I'm getting pinched because there's a guy right here on my hip, and there's a guy right here guarding the dude in the corner. So he kind of like in the gap. So he tried to stab and take the ball. I pound dribble, and I catch it, land on 2. The dude on my side, he flopped back like this.
Yeah.
And one ref called it a charge and one ref called it a block.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I ain't never had this happen before, but they ended up calling both of them like a double foul on a charge call. And you would think, sure, it's either one or the other. Like, it's either a charge. One ref said it was a block. One said it was a charge. So he ended up getting the foul. I ended up fouling out. It was the craziest thing.
Well, how much time?
Like 12, I think like 10 minutes or more maybe.
Dang.
Yeah, so it was looking crazy, bro. I'm over there sitting on the bench like, I know we ain't just come this far to lose, bro.
Yeah.
And but my team,
got it done.
They did it, bro. I was so proud of them. I was over there sitting on the bench like, bro. I was just like, bro, look. Like in the moment, I ain't really see what was happening. Like I ain't really trust that. Like God had this whole thing figured out already because we won 2 games in a row before we got to the conference tournament.
Yeah.
So at this point, we was on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning that one. One of my teammates who didn't even start at the beginning of the year ended up hitting. He had 21 points, 7 for 7 from the 3-point line.
Dang.
Like it was just crazy the performances that was happening.
Yeah.
And then so we win that one. And
you're in the championship
game, I spazzed.
Yeah.
I ended up having like 31, 8 and 8, almost triple double.
Wow.
And we took it. The championship game wasn't even close because the team that we played in the championship was a team that we had just beat before we got to the conference tournament. So
okay. So wait, so did they have to win 3 games themselves as well?
The team that we played in the championship?
Yeah.
They had to win 3, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had to win 3. We had to win 4 of them.
But yeah, it was a better matchup for y'all.
Yeah, for sure. And it's crazy that we wasn't even supposed to play them. We were supposed to play a team that beat us in the regular season that
lost to them.
Honestly was a better team than them. But a dude on that team had a game-winning layup at the end of the game against
them. Wow.
He smoked it.
Dang.
Smoked it, so we ended up playing them. So we was like, yes.
Man, college basketball is crazy. College basketball, once it gets to the end of the season, man, people... That's why you got the lower seeds beating the higher seeds because they fighting for it's one game. It's just one game.
Bro. It's just one game. Like, of course, if it was like a series thing where you had to win.
Yeah.
Okay, more of the high major teams.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
One game, bro.
And I'm thinking like everybody can play. Like it's not one player on the court that's not a good player, especially in the tournament. So I mean, obviously, the one that got highlighted was FDU, and I didn't even know that. I found out like one of the guys even played for, Team South Carolina. Yeah,
Grant. His name Grant.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know he was like he's like what 6 foot 5'11".
Shorter than that. Grant probably like 5'10", bro.
Cold. And they had that other dude that's like 5'8".
Yeah, they was cold. Them dudes.
Yeah, I was like, man, like that's. Purdue, man.
They ain't know what to do, bro. Like,
yeah.
I was watching that game a little bit, and I was just like,
Purdue was cold. Purdue was just. That's the whole thing you were talking about. Like one day, someone can have a hot night, and it could be over like that.
I'm telling you, somebody have a good game, it's over with.
Yeah. So then y'all play Gonzaga, which how much did y'all end up losing by that game?
We lost by 12.
I was about to say, I was thinking it wasn't too bad.
Nah, it wasn't a blowout or nothing like that. We played them real well in the first half. Well, the last 15 minutes of the first half.
Yeah.
Once we got settled in, we played real well. I'm pretty sure we was up at one point. Well, a couple times throughout the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took off on us in the second half just because we ran out of gas.
Yeah.
We spotted them like 10 points in the beginning. Like it was
okay.
Almost 10-0. So we cut all the way back up, took the lead, and then they just ran off with it.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all never regained the lead.
Nah, once we lost it, we didn't get it back.
Yeah, word. I was gonna ask, just like for you personally, like what's just your mentality, you know, just going into every game every game.
My mentality?
Yeah.
It's weird. I feel like when I play my best is when I don't think, like when I can just turn my mind off and just go out there and react off of my instincts. That's when I'm my best. So the main thing for me is just killing all distractions and just really just like staying free and loose, like not tensing up and putting a lot of pressure on the moment, you know? So the main thing I try to do is I just try to take it like it's any other thing that I'm about to get ready to do. Like if I tell myself like, man, I got a game, I got to get ready. Like, I start to trick myself into thinking like, all right, you need to, like, it just kind of a little more anxious.
Yeah.
But I just kind of approach it like I'm about to do anything else, like just how I normally get out. I get out there.
Yeah, playing the game you love.
Yeah, once I get out there, everything else just kind of take care of itself.
No, I feel that. And I was even going to mention, like, the whole mental aspect. I mean, obviously, fans, they see everybody playing out there just thinking, like, they players and the whole physical part. But mental is, like, huge. Like, if you're not mentally checked in or you're, like, going through it, then the physical won't come out.
It won't, bro. It won't. And that's what I dealt with or was challenged with a lot earlier on in my career, just because my game was there. Anybody that worked or seen me work out in like a workout or playing open runs, you can see that my game was there. But like my mentality and my mental toughness wasn't where it needed to be. That's where I had to grow. Like I had to really learn how to like be a fan for myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really have a whole bunch of people cheering me on all the time or like, feel me? So I just kind of had to build myself up, build my own confidence up. And that was honestly just through playing. Like the more I played and the like, as I got better over the years, I just started to believe even more as I started to see the results. And the results just gave me even more confidence, which is what I needed, because I always been the type of player that was like, I was never overly confident. I was never showboating, throwing up signs to it. Like I was never doing none of that type of stuff. So I was always kind of just like a laid back in my shell type of player. But when I was able to kind of really like open up and approach every game with just like an aggression that I really can't even describe. It's like, it's just like a mode. I don't know, a mode that I try to, or not that I try, but that
a mode switch.
Yeah, when I play, it's like I'm not myself no more. I'm not Rayshon, or I'm not, because if I'm myself, I'll be out there just coasting, chilling, not really trying. But like once I get on the court, I try to, I don't know, just everything just go mode, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I even understand like the whole like just like celebrating yourself, because you'll feel like sometimes you're at a standstill or you're not progressing, but then if you just play, like you were even saying, like then just some runs or something, like again, like you realize, man, like you're way better than some of the people out here. You just like the game just don't think the game any different than that.
Yeah, For
Cause
sure.
I be finding that myself as well.
Yeah, that playing definitely helps.
Yeah, cause like sometimes you just, at least me, I came off like a bad game or something. I'll be like, all right, let me go to the gym. This particular time there were some people there, so just playing and like really reminding myself, all right, yo, like I can't hoop,
Yeah, that's what you gotta. You gotta do sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
Like the only times where like you say if you have a bad game or like you're in like a slump or whatever, all you need is just sometimes all you may need is just a reminder, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
That
sure.
game that you had ain't never went nowhere, you feel me? It's just everybody go through a slump, you feel me?
Even NBA players talk about that. I mean, like, just because you're like maybe end of the bench or like lower on the roster in the NBA team, like you're like one of the 400 best players in the world.
I'm telling you, bro. It
Which
just
is
all be in your head though.
yeah.
I had to deal with a lot of that though when I first got here, because like you got to think, I was my first 2 years in college. I I basically almost scored 20 points in every game.
Mm.
When I get here, my first like 10 games, I scored like I really could not buy a bucket. It was games where I had 0 points. It was games where I went like 1 for 10. Games where like I couldn't make no free throws. Like literally my stat line for my first 10 games was probably like 0 points, 2 points, 5 points, 4 points, 2 points, 1 point. Like,
Wow.
so I was in a slump for real, and it definitely kind of
It gets to you.
it got to my head, mainly just because it kind of made me question not only myself but the decision that I made to come all the way out here. And you got,
Yeah.
I'm out here by myself. I'm not with my family. I can't see my pops. I can't just
True.
like here, and I could just leave and go sleep at the crib and come back in the morning if I wanted to. Here I can't. I can't. Everything that I'm dealing with, I'm having to deal with on my own. Me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but the main thing that I did to kind of get me out of that was I was able to. My pops at that time used to just tell me, don't let the devil steal your joy or whatever.
Yeah.
And at the time, every time I got to the court, just being around like the team or whatever, listening to my coaches and stuff. I'm not saying don't listen to your coach or nothing, but it would kind of put me in like a state where I wasn't really appreciating the game no more. I wasn't happy to go out and play. I wasn't just so.
Yeah.
All I tried to do is just be appreciative and remind myself of why I love the game and just I don't know. It ended up figuring itself out though.
Yeah. That's why I say just don't give up on any situation, because especially at the beginning, I feel like beginnings of anything are always tough.
Yeah,
because it's something new.
Definitely, you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we covered a lot, man, on here.
Almost my whole.
You said what?
I said, yeah, we did. We covered a lot. Basically, my whole journey up to this point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just gonna say, I'm supporting. I hope you, like you said, all in God's hands. I hope for the best in your journey to further your journey. Obviously, you have aspirations on playing pro, I assume. So, just keep. Obviously, you know what you got to do. I forgot to mention. I was gonna say, sometimes I just do this myself. I'll be like, if I've been in a little slump, I was gonna say I'd be looking back at like some old highlights.
Man, bro, I do the same thing.
I'd be like, let me see a game when I was like killing, just to remind myself.
I'm telling you, bro, it for some reason it just helped you reconnect with where your mentality was at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to get on here and talk with you. I feel like I learned more of who you are as a person, and from what I can tell, just looking at you, I'm from where you at right now. I'm proud of you, bro. I support you as well. If you need anything from me, tips, advice, whatever, just you feel me, just reach out to me, and we definitely got to connect when I come back to the crib.
Yes, sir, bro. You know, it's been good being able to stay in contact, man. And yeah, I appreciate you coming on, bro. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Best of luck, my guy.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
You